Hi, Aquarius. Welcome to your bonus reading for the person that you're dealing with. So this does not have to be a love interest, although for many of you, it probably will be. But we all deal with all different kinds of people for all different kinds of reasons. So let's see what comes out. I have two tarot decks here. One is for clarification. So we're starting with 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, and Judgment. Well, Aquarius, I would like to just end the reading right here because this is a really beautiful way to start out this reading. So with Judgment being the central energy between the two of you, this feels like it's a spiritual connection, and it feels like you're being asked to make a high-level decision when it comes to this relationship. It almost gives the feeling with Judgment that you're both waking up to something. So if there were issues in the relationship, if there were over dependencies, if there was someone who had attachments to things, it feels like you're both awakening to that energy. We'll see what else comes out, but let's open this up so we can see what kind of energy is here. On your side, you're showing up as the 10 of Pentacles. So that tells me that you probably have some history already with this person, and that some of the things that you've done in this relationship already, you have milestones to show for it. There's been some kind of payoff for the efforts that you'd put into this relationship. So if that's years in the making, or if, like I said, we've reached certain milestones, we've moved our relationship up to the next level, whatever that is for you, it shows that there's history and there's been some kind of advancement in the relationship. And then on your person's side, they're showing up as the 9 of Cups. And so the 9 of Cups is a really sweet card for love and emotion. This feels like there's a very much so an unconditional love here. And it also looks to me with the 9 of Cups, the 9 of Cups can also represent self-love. So this person not only has a lot of respect and love for you, but they look like so far they have a lot of love and respect for themselves. But I'm getting a very selfless energy off of your person. So it's not that 9 of Cups selfishness that can sometimes show up in the 9 of Cups. It's just this person, your person, has a lot of love and self-respect. And that's the kind of person you want to engage in a relationship with, because if they love and respect themselves, then they will automatically love and respect you. It's kind of step one, right? So let's clarify Judgment, because I'm curious to see what kind of awakenings the two of you are mutually having. The Lovers just wanted to pop out too. So this is a high level spiritual connection, a high level soul contract. This is probably a love interest because we are getting the 9 of Cups, but this could be a family member. This could be, so make it make sense for you and the person that you're dealing with. But that's what I have so far, is that this is a high level connection and you're being asked to make a high level decision. And I just saw 333 as I said that. So Judgment is being clarified by the 3 of Wands. So this is what I was picking up, that I was feeling like there was some kind of an issue that you're overcoming in the relationship. So whether, as I already made the random examples of an over dependency or attachments to things, but this 3 of Swords is helping me understand more clearly that there may be something deeper going on in the relationship, where you may be, one or both of you might be unavailable in your heart. So unavailable emotionally. Because your person is showing up as the 9 of Cups, I'm getting a free-flowing emotion from their side. So what I could be picking up is that you might be blocked in your own heart chakra on your side, because I'm seeing 10 of Pentacles on your side. I don't see Cups yet. So what this could potentially be telling me is that there's still some painful experiences that you have to face and perhaps heal from. And what I'm getting so far is that it doesn't really have anything to do with this person, that it might have to do with previous relationships that you were in. So, but let's keep going. Why Judgment and the 3 of Swords? So there's the World, Strength, and Page of Pentacles. So there is an energy coming through here of you putting a completion to some kind of a cycle. So again, it's giving me this feeling that you were perhaps in a previous relationship or had some kind of trauma, something that happened to you recently that you're trying now to put it to an end, to close it up, to close the cycle. And your person has had to remain really strong when it has to do with that, and remain with an open heart and to come towards you with an open heart and to hold a lot of space for you because of whatever healing process you're going through here. But I do see that you're wrapping it up and your person has really been there for you, is what I'm getting. This person who loves you unconditionally has very much been here for you when you're trying to get through whatever it is for you that you're getting through. So the Nine of Cups is being clarified by the Nine of Cups. I love when that happens. So this is certainly an energy of your person's unconditional love. It just couldn't be more clear. There was no better card to clarify this Nine of Cups than that one, because we were just saying that your person loves you unconditionally and your person is going to be here for you and your person has been here for you. And there is a Page of Pentacles in this central energy, which is reminding me that it may be a good time for you to rebuild something that may have been on a shaky ground. And well, I don't really want to say shaky ground because you have 10 Pentacles, which is very solid ground. But whatever perhaps the emotional issues, whatever the emotional hot buttons were in the relationship, there is an opportunity here for you to both learn and grow from that and start that particular portion of the relationship over. So I hope that makes sense. So, but the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Cups are being clarified by the Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. And not only am I getting the impression that your person has been loving you and there for you fully, but I'm also under the impression that they've been a really good communicator through all of this, that they understood the trauma, the whatever happened to fragment your heart or whatever it was that you went through, that your person really understood it on a deep intuitive level because of the spiritual connection I was picking up on. But I do think that your person was able to some way communicate to you or to themselves that they knew what you were going through and to be able to hold that space for you and to communicate that to you. Because with the Queen of Pentacles pointing towards this relationship, it's again giving this feeling that they wanted to support you and nurture you through some very difficult times. And like I'm feeling like it's some kind of trauma that's coming off of this Judgment and the Three of Swords. So whatever that was for you or is for you, your person has really been able to stay strong for you. And with this Seven of Cups being on the external energy, I feel like even when your person was feeling stressed or like they couldn't take it anymore, they didn't really show that to you because they wanted to be very strong for you. So, but the cards are showing us that maybe so that you will know that this was not always easy for your person, but because of the amount of love they have for you, they continued to stay strong for you. And they had other ways of coping with their own stress without having to put it on you. That's what I got there. So your 10 of Pentacles is being clarified by strength. So you had to be strong too. You both had to be strong because you were the one actually going through the trauma, going through the pain of the situation. So, but there's strength on both of your sides. And that's really showing up pretty clearly here, that there was a need for your person to show up strong for you because they understood just how difficult this situation was for them, for you. But with the strength and the 10 of Pentacles showing up, it's also saying that you knew you could fall back on this relationship. You knew those 10 Pentacles with this person was going to support you through this very difficult time for you. So you knew you had this rock to lean on. You knew you had this person that would be there for you. And so far, that's what it looks like has happened. So why the strength and the 10 of Pentacles? So there's the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. By knowing that you had this rock to lean on, this person that you have in your energy, by knowing that you have that person, it was the thing that was able to keep you balanced and to keep you feeling emotionally safe. This soul connection you have with this person, this partnership that you have, it feels like this is a life partner. And I'm getting that not just because of this Ten of Pentacles, but how safe you feel. Even though your heart was in a Three of Swords, you were going through some kind of massive trauma, you were still feeling very safe and stable in your emotions with the Four of Cups. And so I do think that that's what got you through this, was this rock of a person who was there for you and continues to be there for you. And I like that we have these two aces here, the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, because again, you know that this is the thing worth continuing to put your efforts and investments into. This is your person. This is your life partner. This is this soul, your soul's connection. And I just saw 1111 as I said that. And you know that this person is your truth. Seems very clear so far. That's what we're getting, is that this person has just been there for you. And it stressed them out, but they knew what they were going through wasn't nearly what you were going through. And so they were able to dig deep and find that strength to help support you when you most needed it. So the Page of Pentacles between you is being clarified by the Three of Cups. So it feels like we're moving from this energy of a Three of Swords to a Three of Cups. This is a very expansive energy. So what this is really saying to me is that now that you've been through the worst of it, whatever this was for you, that your relationship now can really expand and grow. The Page of Pentacles is saying you both have learned something from this. You both have done the hard work, and now you're ready to kind of start over from an emotional front. And the Three of Cups is all about celebrations and having a more lighthearted time where things in the past may have been darker and your person just had to be there for you. Now things are really starting to lighten up, and you can start to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and even the gratitude that you can now have for this person and all of the things that they did for you while you were going through this trauma. So, but why the Page of Pentacles and the Three of Cups? So there's the Page of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. And neither one of you was going to give up. Even when things seemed like they were hard, when you were very defensive, you may have fought back against this person. There may have been arguments and conflict between the two of you during this time, because the Seven of Wands is really showing that there was perhaps moments of combativeness, or what I'm really getting is defensiveness from this. And take this for how it resonates for you, but it's also perhaps suggesting to me that you may have wanted to leave your person because you just couldn't take it. You couldn't deal with this trauma, and it was getting in the way of perhaps even loving this person, and that you may have put an end to something, or you may have left this behind, or you wanted to put some closure to this. But with these two pages here, I can tell that at some point you changed your mind. And that when this person came in as a Knight of Swords and was trying to communicate to you why you need to still be together, that was the game changer. When this person started communicating to you just what you meant to them and how they could help you and be there for you. I think that's what I'm thinking, that this person really understands you so much that even when you felt like you wanted to leave, they were able to explain to you why that wasn't really what you wanted. And this Page of Cups is coming in here. Just, they gave you so much love and space. And I also feel like this Page of Cups is telling me that your person reminded you that you were not alone. That when you felt at your most alone during this situation, this person came in and was like, but you're not alone. You can reach out to me anytime you want. And I can help be that strength that you're trying to find right now. So that may have been the thing too that contributed to these 10 Pentacles between the two of you. So why is this Knight of Swords here though? Let's look at that. This Knight of Swords is being clarified by the Three of Pentacles. So this is again giving that same impression that your person is saying, but you're not alone. The Three of Pentacles is a card of collaboration, cooperation, asking for help, getting help. And so again, this is that same feeling to reach out for help, reach out to me is what your person was saying, because you don't have to do this by yourself. So why the Knight of Swords and the Three of Pentacles? So there's the Chariot, the Six of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. Yeah, because this person knows that you are their person. We've already said a couple of times that this is your person, this is your soul mate, your soul's contract, your life's purpose person. This is your person. And they understood that, which is why they were willing to go through all that with you, to go through the fire with you, to be able to come out of the other side better and more healed. And I'm also getting from this Six of Cups energy and with the Chariot that your person was really your biggest champion. That this was a person who wanted you to get through this energy and to remind you all the time how worthy you are. And that not only how worthy you are, but that when they sat through these trying times with you, the whole time they were saying is that you are worth it. I will sit here in this fire with you until you're out of it because I don't want you to feel alone. Wow. So that's what the Six of Cups and the Chariot are telling me. And the Six of Pentacles is saying that, again, they were getting help from the outside, from external sources and not from you. So what I mean by that is if they had to go and have a beer with their friends, or if they had to go and shopping or whatever they do to help burn off their own stress, that's what they were doing, because of course they needed to be able to burn that off because they are human too, but they didn't bring their external stresses to you. And these cards keep telling me that. So maybe someone needed to hear that, but there's this need for your person to let off steam in a way, but they didn't want you to have to know that because they didn't want to burden you even more. So, but your Four of Cups is being clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. So this Four of Cups and Eight of Pentacles is more indication that you've done a lot of the healing. You've done so much work in this process, and you were able to really dig deep and find your inner balance and your inner calm, and you managed to keep your heart chakra open even when there was trauma involved in your emotions and your feelings. And so I feel like you've done a lot of the work. And, but I'd like to see why the Four of Cups and Eight of Pentacles are here. This is almost giving the impression that like you feel like a completely different person now. So there's the Four of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Six of Wands. So these are giving very similar energies. The Six of Wands here with the Chariot. These are both cards pointing towards the relationship where you both agree that this relationship is the one. This is the one where you're going to find your most happiness, your most victory, your most winning selves are here with each other. But this High Priestess is giving similar energy that the Six of Cups is giving, that you feel very spiritually connected to each other. This deep sense of knowingness that you've maybe spent lifetimes together before, or you're just so consumed with each other and you have this like relentless need to be around each other that regardless of what you're going through, you not only would you not be able to let each other go, but you don't want to let each other go. You want to be there for each other. And this Four of Wands in the external energy is really telling me that you understand that the stability that you gained, the learning that you received through this, and we saw the Page of Pentacles here, that the milestones that you achieved just by healing from this situation is going to make the two of you that much better in the long run. Wow. So, but let's get some final advice here, because we saw the Seven of Wands here with these pages. And so this is kind of telling me that there may still be, you're still raw from this experience and you might not be ready quite yet to come into this relationship full-hearted yet. But I can see the progress because we went from Three Swords to Three Cups. So the Seven of Wands is being clarified by the Five of Wands. And that's where I had a feeling this was going, that there's still going to be some challenges between the two of you, because until you fully do the healing and until you really work through this trauma. But you know what else I'm getting from this is, because the cards kept nudging me to remind you that your person also has their own stressors and their own things going on in their life. So as you progress through your own healing, what I get so far, but we're going to get some final advice for you too. But I do feel like this is a need for you to start addressing what your person needs, and to acknowledge that your person was there for you through the darkest times, that they sat with you and through the fire, and they wouldn't leave your side until you were able to get through that. And remember to switch these. If the other one is you, feel free to flip them. But this is reminding me to now allow your person to let some of their stressors come into the relationship, so that they know that you're also there for them. That's what I just got. So let's get some final advice for you, Aquarius. So the Five of Swords wanted to flip out. So this again is one of these cards that there could be some conflict up ahead, but you can work through that. You can pivot past that if you allow this person to now bring their stressors to you, and that you now have an opportunity to be there for them. Interesting. So we have the Tower, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Magician. So those are three major arcana that came through for our final advice. And so I think what this is saying is, this is your choice. You can manifest in a bunch of different things here. The best way to manifest this Wheel of Fortune to shift the destiny of this relationship faster and in the right direction is, again, to allow this person now to lean on you. That you have leaned on them a lot, and they have proven that they are your person and that they will be there for you. But now it's time for them to lean on you. And of course, that's the way we want our relationships to work. And so we saw this progression of the Seven of Wands, the Five of Wands. We saw the Five of Swords. Those are all cards of conflict. So if you feel this building conflict between the two of you and you're not really sure where it's coming from, just take a look at it and make sure that you're allowing this person to also lean on you, because that's when the Tower can come down. That's when this foundation of 10 Pentacles that you've spent all this time building is going to come crumbling down if you don't also address this person and what their stressors are. And so it's really just saying that you can manifest either one of those things in. You can continue to do your healing and allow space for their stressors and manifest that in. Or if you just continue to lean on them, eventually that Tower is going to fall, because you're putting all of the weight on your side on the relationship and not allowing them to do the same. So I don't know if those were supposed to be flipped roles or if this was for a cross watcher, but please let me know how this was resonant for you, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, Aquarius. Bye.